Hello, guys, and welcome to Football Fandom UK. As you can see, I'm making a right plonker of myself, but who cares? We're in a cup final. Come on! Hope you guys doing well. Welcome to the show, guys. Pleasure to have you with us as we're here to get your predictions for the cup final as England take on Spain, and hopefully, hopefully, we might be bringing it home. We'll see. We'll see. Welcome to the show, guys. If you're just dropping in, drop your chat, drop your comments in the chat. Would love to hear from you guys. I know what you want to see. You want to see the table coming on the screen now, as you guys can see where you are. There we go. The table on the screen. So, welcome to the show. Jack is with us. Jack saying hi. How you doing, Jack? Welcome to the show, mate. Pleasure to have you with us. And Rick's with us. Welcome to the show, Rick. Rick saying you can never be a plonker. Welcome to the show, mate. Well, I feel like one sitting here in this daft art. Pleasure to have you with us, guys. Hope you're doing well. Welcome to the show. As you can see, the studio is ready for the cup final. We've got everything. We've got flag on the monitor. We've got the big flag behind me. I've got a stupid hat on. I've got my England shirt. I've even got England trackies on, as well as our fairy dice as well. England around the football. Come on, England. Let's bring it home. Let's hope we are. Thank you for that, Rick. And Jack, welcome to the show, guys. Jack saying I ain't in the predictions list, but 1-0 England, 5-4 England on penalties. Well, let's hope so, Jack. Let's hope a win for England would be amazing to beat Spain. A lot of teams, a lot of people around the world probably thinking we're not going to have a chance against Spain. They've been got to give them credit. They've looked awesome throughout the tournament, but what an achievement it would be, guys, to bring home the trophy and beat Spain doing it. That would be absolutely fantastic. Whatever score we get, I will grab it with both hands if we win, come out winning. Stevie saying, hi, Gaz and chat. Awesome. Thank you, Stevie. Jack saying, it's coming home, it's coming home, it's coming home, football is coming home. Well, normally I hate that comment, but obviously we're in the final now, so we've got to believe, we've got to get behind the boys, and hopefully that will be the case, mate. Thank you, Jack. Rick saying, Spain nil, England nil. England win 6-5 on penalties. Let's hope so, Rick. Yep, that would be awesome to come out on top. One way or the other, even if it has to go to penalties, although I think if it goes to penalties, mate, we're all going to have no nails left. So, yeah, I don't know if you guys have heard as well, there's a warning been issued. A warning has been issued to everybody in the UK. It's on the news saying that legal action could be taken against you if you pull a sickie on Monday. I'm being serious. That's how pathetic this country is that we live in. That they won't be, you know what I mean? Come on, get real. We're talking about one day and many years waiting. Totally understandable if there's a few sick notes going in on Monday morning. So let's get this sorted. Rick saying 0-0. Thank you, Rick. Why is my pen not working? There we go. That one's not working for some reason. Rick saying 0-0. Thank you, Rick. Top man. And if it goes to penalties, England to win 6-5. Good shout, mate. 6-5. Awesome. Thank you, Rick. Top man. So Rick all's ready to go. Billy is well, get to Billy's not showing up yet, but thank you, Rick. Top man. Thank you, mate. Stevie is with us. Thank you, Stevie. Welcome to Stevie saying, where's Stevie now? Stevie saying, England 3, Spain 2. I'll take that. Oh, sneezy. Um, sorry, guys. I knew that was coming then. And if it goes to penalties, England to win 5-4. Awesome. Well, I'll tell you what, Stevie, if we get a 3-2, we're in for a treat of a game. Definitely. So 5-4 England if it goes to penalties. Awesome. Thank you, Stevie. Joey is saying, hi, guys, Stevie and Fandeners. How you doing, Joey? Welcome to the show, mate. Pleasure to have you with us. Hope you're doing well. Rick saying, hi, Stevie, Jack, and Joey. Awesome. Thank you, Rick. Loving the positive vibes, mate. Joey saying, loving the studio on your hat, mate. Well, I feel like a right plonker sitting here in it, but thank you, Joey. Top man. So yeah, thank you, Joey. Thought with us, we're in a cup final, so I had to break out all my. Well, I've not even got all of it up, guys. You won't believe how much England stuff I've acquired over the years. That's only a fraction of it. I could have put the flags up all around the room. I've got that many of them. Although, even though I've got loads of England flags, I've got one. I've got one, and I don't know where it is because I can't find it. I've got one with the Bolton logo on it, but just typical in it. When you want it, when you really want to find it, you can't find it. Um, so yeah, no Bolton flag up with England on, but I'm sure it'll turn up when I don't want it. But yeah, I was quite shocked before digging out some of my flags and stuff, how much England stuff I've got. It's like flipping heck. I thought I had a lot of Bolton stuff, but this is ridiculous. Thank you, Joey. Top man. Jack is saying, hi, Rick. Hi, Stevie. Hi, Joey. Hope you're all good. Thank you, Jack. Loving the positive vibes, mate. Top man. And Joey's with his prediction. Thank you, Joey. Where's Joey? Let me find Joey. Jamie there. So that's Joey. Get rid of that pen because it's not working. Joey's saying England 2, Spain 1. Good shout. I'll take any result. It's a cup final, guys. As long as we come out on top, I'll take any result. And if it goes to penalties, 5-4 to England. So it's so 5-4 England if we go to penalties. Let's hope we don't go to penalties, guys. But if we do, as long as we come out on top, I'm sure we'll all be buzzing. Thank you, Joey. Top man. And Stevie saying, hi, guys. Awesome. Thank you, Stevie. Loving the positive vibes, guys. Jack saying, Gaz, you're going to sing. Are you going to sing it if we win? Well, yeah, if we win it, I'll sing it. Yeah, that's fair enough. But the only reason I've been against that song is just because I think it's jinxed in us. I'm a bit superstitious like that. So I'm just thinking, when people start saying it when we're not even played a game yet, like at the beginning of the tournament, loads of people saying, oh, it's coming home, it's coming home. And it's like, don't jinx us. Please don't jinx us. Do you know what I mean? So I'm sure you guys can understand where I'm coming from with the superstition. We're all a bit superstitious from time to time when it comes to football with certain scenarios repeating themselves, whether it's for club or country, losing a game like through the season when your club's playing and your team suddenly develops this pattern of letting in late goals or something, and you start getting superstitious around it, expecting it to happen because they've done it so many times in the past. So yeah, I think we all have suffered superstition in football at some point or another. Thank you, Jack. Rick is saying, I've dropped and like a stone in the prediction league, playing for Pride now. Absolutely. Wow, you competed well. Yeah, you just dropped off a bit, Rick. With the where's Rick gone? Yeah, you dropped. You were doing really well up till the last 16. And then in the quarterfinals, you got 1 point. and then in the semis you didn't pick up any points. So yeah, you just a bit unlucky, Rick. Really, I suppose that's the way it goes, though, mate. But this is good for you guys. Obviously, for me, learning how to do this, and you guys taking part, you can now see how it could go. Because, for example, with Rick, was doing quite well up till the last 16. But then you look at Billy. Billy was kind of bottom end of the table for the start of the tournament, and then suddenly he got a run of results right, and bump, he's right up to the top. So I suppose it can go in patterns. But so you guys got obviously good. Um, for you guys to learn that, because if we do it through a full club season, then during the long period of a club season going on for 9 months, there's going to be ups and downs, and I suppose it's going to be like kind of like your club. Really, you want to be hitting your peak towards the back end of the season when it comes to the business end, as they say. So yeah, a bit unlucky, Rick, but let's hope you can get something out of the last game, mate. As you say, a little bit gutted for you. I was a bit gutted for you, to be honest, when I saw that you'd not even managed to get a point after disappointing quarterfinals. Because, like I say, mate, you were doing really well up till then. But as I say, it's just like the game we love, mate. It comes in waves. So yeah. Thank you, Rick. Rick saying, League, yeah, I got that. Thank you, mate. Top man. Jack laughing. Thank you, Jack. Jack saying, I'm lucky I've only waited 19 years. Yeah, you're absolutely right, Jack. Some of us that are older have been waiting longer. Leon, how you doing, mate? Welcome to Football Family. Welcome to the show, mate. You Leon saying, yes, guys, long time no see. Yeah, I recognise your account name. Not seen you for a while, mate. Welcome to the show. Pleasure to have you with us, Leon. Hope you're doing well, mate. Welcome to the show, Liam. Thank you, mate. Jack saying, hopefully, Billy, okay. He's obviously mourning at the moment. Well, as I said to you guys, he did drop me a message on Facebook and on YouTube as well, saying that he's been feeling a bit under the weather. So we wish him well. Let's hope he feels better soon. That's all we can do, mate. We can only, when you guys are not feeling at your best and a bit under the weather, that's all we can do is give you guys space and send our best wishes. But thank you, Jack. Well said, mate. Jack saying, I really want Saka tomorrow after the stuff he's been through last 3 years. Comments, chants, etc. Well, yeah, to be fair, yeah, I thought the criticism he got in the last tournament was just excessive. It was just uncalled for. Joey saying, yeah, you're right, Gaz. I mean, look at Stevie now. He was at the bottom. Laugh out loud. 88 minutes left. Yeah, absolutely. Yep. Well said, Joey. Well pointed out, mate. Yeah, I was going to say, do you guys expect, let me know your thoughts on what you guys are expecting tomorrow. You think Southgate will change tactics? I'm not expecting him to, I'll be honest. But I think one thing I've got to say about this, and I know it's a cliche, I know we all hear it. We hear so many pundits say it. We hear so many people say this, what I'm about to say. And normally I don't follow the crowd like that. I try and think for myself. But I think in this game, it is crucial, and that is we have got to get the first goal. And the reason I say that, guys, is because we have been going behind in a lot of the games in the knockout stages, and we've managed to turn it round. But against Spain, the problem with Spain, as I'm sure I don't need to point out to you guys know your football, you're very knowledgeable, but we know what Spain are like. Once they get their noses in front, then they start rolling over on the ground. They get caught, a little brush on the shoulder, a little brush on the leg, and they're rolling around on the floor, dramatising it. So I think it's crucial that we try and get the first goal and put them on the back foot, because then they've got to go for it more. If they get ahead in the first 10, 15 minutes, then it's going to be a hard night. It's going to be a really difficult night, because all I can see is Spain doing everything they can to slow the game down. I hope it doesn't come to that, but it just concerns me, because we know that England can be a bit slow off the mark sometimes and let the opposition get at us. But yeah, thank you for that, Joey. Thank you, mate. Jack is saying it's like scoring in the second minute. Laugh out loud. 88 minute left. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, good point, Jack. Good analysis, mate. Leon saying I got my first season ticket today for Sheffield Wednesday. Awesome, awesome, mate. Are you looking forward to the Steel City Derby? I believe it's called Steel City Derby. Sheffield United v Sheffield Wednesday will be first time you guys have played this season for well. So Joey, no, it was Jamie. Sorry, Jamie told me because obviously he's a Sheffield United fan. Jamie told me 6. Is it 7 years? 7 years, I think he said, since there's been a competitive game between Sheffield Wednesday and Sheffield United. So I hope you're looking forward to that. I'm sure you are, Leon. I'm certainly looking forward to seeing how that because I reckon that's going to be a really tasty fixture that this season. Thank you, Leon. Great to hear, mate. Stay safe when you're at the games. Jack saying, cool, Leon. Enjoy. Absolutely. Well said, Jack. Well said, mate. Jack saying, racist BS? What are you talking about? Oh, right. Sorry, you lost me there. You have to be, if you make a comment like that, Jack, you have to be a little bit more specific, mate, so I don't misinterpret it. But yeah, you're absolutely right, mate. People that are racist are just small minded fools. Let's have it right. People that are racist are just small minded fools. At the end of the day, we're all made of the same thing water. No matter what color, what hair color you've got, what skin color you've got, what you look like, at the end of the day, we're all made of water. We're all exactly the same. What makes us different is our personalities and our how you treat people, how you are day to day, whether you're a good person. That's what makes us different. Whether you make the effort to be a good person or an asshole. That's what makes us unique as individuals. But other than that, we are all made of water. We're all the same. So I've got no time for people that are racist, none whatsoever. It's just small minded, brain dead boneheads, basically. Jack is saying, happy 17th birthday, Yamal. His birthday today. Hopefully, he enjoys it before tomorrow's beating. Okay, thank you for that, Jack. Rick is saying we will be condemned to Southgate ball for another for another 2 years. I think now, but if we have success, then I suppose we can put up with it with a ball fest on the pitch, right? Well, I don't know. I'm gutted to hear that the FA want to give him a new contract. I'm not surprised. I expected it, but I'm gutted to hear that the FA want to give him a new contract. Because come on, guys. I mean, I've got to be honest. I'm not the biggest fan of Southgate. I wasn't too bad when he first took over. I thought he balanced things out. He got us playing better. He got a togetherness in the squad. He helped the players, remind the players why they play, what they play for, what it means to play for England. I thought all that was awesome, and I've got to take my hat off to him for what he's achieved in the time that he's been manager. But at the end of the day, guys, we know that these players can play a lot better than what we've seen in this tournament and in previous tournaments as well. And all I want is the FA to stop taking the easy decision, get off their backside and do what they're paid to do. And that is make the call that we all want. And that is for Southgate to win this tournament and retire from international, or not retire, so that's not the right word. Step down, shall we say. Winning a trophy, step down on a high and let somebody else come in and have a go. Somebody else that's going to inspire some new confidence, some new belief into these players so that we might actually start seeing the best out of them. Because as much as Southgate's done really, really well, I'm not sure if he's got enough to get us winning a World Cup, Even if he can get us winning the Euros, I don't think he's got enough to get us winning the World Cup. And that's the one we really want to try and win after not winning it for so long. But yeah, thank you for that, Rick. Top comment, mate. Leon is saying, yeah, mate, I'm looking forward to the Steel City Derby. Absolutely, yeah, I'm looking forward to it. It'll be the first one. I have watched years ago when I was younger. I have seen the Steel City Derby, but obviously I was younger then. You know how it is when you're younger. You kind of different. But now I'm older and I've learnt more about football, and and now I'm older, I can appreciate watching other clubs. I'm really looking forward to it, Leon. I think it's going to be an absolute cracking game, and I'm hoping you guys do much better this season, because I was really impressed with Sheffield. Sheffield Wednesday last season. I thought you guys showed real grit and determination to not give up, keep fighting, even when it looked like you were down and out. The players kept driving on, kept believing, kept trying, and obviously you guys were in the relegation zone for the majority of last season. And to come good right at the end, I thought was amazing. I thought that showed real character from the players, and I thought it also showed that the players wanted to play for the club, and I thought that was awesome. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it myself, mate. Thank you, Leon. Ian is with us. How you doing, Ian? Welcome to the show, mate. Ian saying hi, Gaza. How you doing, mate? Pleasure to have you with us, Ian. Hope you're doing well, mate. And Jack saying Vindaloo, Vindaloo. We all like Vindaloo. We're gonna score one more than you. Hey, top stuff, Jack. Ricky saying we love to moan. Us Brits, we are in the final and we are still moaning. Yeah. Yeah, it's good. It's good. It's called free speech. It's called free speech, Rick. But you're right, mate. You're absolutely spot on. We are a load of moaners, aren't we? Have we not got the right when you see this price of tickets these days, mate, and the merchandise? Mr. Barnsley with us. How you doing, Ryan? Welcome to the show, mate. Mr. Barnsley saying Barnsley won today 3-1. Awesome. Congratulations to Barnsley. Good start to the pre-season. Pitchside saying, Gaz, just popped in to say hello, and I already predicted earlier, if I'm right, insane. You did, mate. You did. Thank you for that, Pitchside. Thank you for dropping in, mate. Welcome to the show. Yeah, I'm sorry I wrote yours down. Yep, you said Spain won, England won, and it goes to penalties 6-5 to England. That's what you said earlier on, mate. Thank you, Pitchside, and thank you for dropping in, mate. Pleasure, as always, to have you with us. Jack saying, I'm scared for tomorrow. Stay positive, mate. We got to believe. We got to believe. I've got to be honest. There was times in the group stages where I felt like hiding under the table because we were so embarrassing with our performances. But as I've got to give it, well, I've said many times in club football, sometimes it's not about how you play; it is about winning the ugly way. But I think the reason it's intolerable with England, because we know we've got the players that we shouldn't be trying to win the ugly way. We should be trying to win and look classy. Because let's be honest, we see these players looking classy many a time for their clubs. So it's not too much to ask, is it, to want them to look classy playing for our country? So yeah. Leon saying Sheffield Wednesday have made 9 signings so far. Awesome. Well, that's great news. I just hope you guys can manage to get that many players gelling into the team, because obviously when you make that many signings, it's great news. Obviously for mixing it up in the squad. But I just hope that the manager can get those players to settle in the team quickly. So, but yeah, I'll be looking out for you guys throughout the season, Leon, and hoping you guys doing well. 9 signings, awesome. I can understand why the club's done 9 signings though, because obviously, Sheffield Wednesday got promoted through the playoffs last season, so you guys had very little preparation time for doing business in the transfer window. So 9 signings is not really a surprise, considering that you guys only had a short window to do business last summer, with the fact that you guys got promoted through the playoffs. So not surprised at all to see you guys going out and doing some serious business. Let's hope it works out, Leon. Thank you for the update, mate. Jack saying Barnsley, Sheffield United, and Sheffield Wednesday. Laugh out loud. So many Yorkshire. Yeah, well, we reach out to all parts of the UK, but obviously we do have a very positive vibe from fans in the north. I don't know whether that's because I'm from the north as well. Obviously, as you guys know, that a regular fan, Dennis, I try to be respectful to the South. I try to be respectful to Scotland, to Wales, to Northern Ireland, to try and give their football some coverage where I can. But yeah, just happens to be that Northern people like the channel, which I'm not going to complain about, mate. But thank you for that. And Yorkshire, people from Yorkshire, definitely passionate about their football, as I would say the same in Lancashire, where I am. Jack saying £900 for a ticket. Well, it's actually £93 for one of the tickets, because we had one of the fans being interviewed the other day on. I can't remember what channel it was. It was something on YouTube where they were doing fan interviews outside the Brandenburg Gate. And one fan was saying he was waiting for his ticket, and they asked him how much his ticket was, and it was £93. So it just goes to show just how much these ticket touts racking the price up. Rick is saying, my club can't even sign players on a free at the moment. We are on a complete transfer ban until the club is sold. Yeah, I know you guys going through a really tough time at the moment, Rick. I don't know why you can't sign free players, though. That shouldn't, being on a transfer embargo shouldn't stop you guys signing free transfers. That's not, because I know when Bolton were under a transfer embargo, they were still allowed to sign free transfers, because we had to, because at one point we dropped down to having only 5 first-team players by the time the new owners came in. But it is shocking, Rick, how the EFL punish the club rather than the owners, because that's what it is. Let's be honest. Let's have it right, guys. Let's not let's not beat about the bush. The reality is, when clubs get in financial trouble, the FA and the EFL are doing an absolute piss poor job of actually punishing the people that put the club in that situation in the first place. They punish the club, not the people that got the club in that situation. So how are you ever going to change that mentality when you don't hold the people accountable that are to blame? So yeah, it's a disgrace, Rick. You have my best wishes, mate. I really hope Reading start to turn a corner soon, mate. Ryan is saying, Jack, if you come to Yorkshire drinking tea, God's own country. Thank you, Ryan. And Leon saying, Premier League. Well, yeah, I don't think it'll be Premier League this season, Leon, but certainly I think you guys should be pushing up the league this season. Let's hope so, mate. Fingers crossed. I think you guys should be definitely getting yourselves, hopefully, start to flex the muscles of the size of the club and get yourselves pushed up that league and start competing in the top half. I think that would be a fantastic achievement with you guys only recently coming up, mate. Thank you, Leon. Jack saying, we'll be welcome in Yorkshire. I've got a big Manc accent, laugh out loud. Thank you, Jack. Don't worry, mate. People say I've got a Lancashire accent, but I don't never notice it. Jack is saying, everyone, because I live down south, always goes on about it, my Manc accent. All right. Yeah, I'm right. I've had that plenty of times when I go outside of where I live. Right, guys, don't forget, please do hit that like button if you could. And thank you very much if you have already. Let's see who we've got now for the predictions. Pitchside has given his predictions. We're still waiting on Dave. He might drop in later. Jamie has given, Jamie's got his prediction in. Joey's got his prediction in. We're still waiting. Oh, no, sorry. Rick's got his predictions in. So, yeah, we're same as last time we did a show. We're just waiting on Billy and Dave. But obviously, both of them two having a bit of a tough time at the moment. Dave not being well, and obviously Billy with some personal problems. So, yeah, they may just drop in their score predictions after the stream. So it looks like we're pretty much all done, guys. But I hope you're liking the studio setting. I just rushed to get it set up, ready for tomorrow's game. Sorry, Rick. Sorry. All right, read that. Thank you, Rick. Jack saying, can you get players on loan, Rick? You should be. Well, I don't know how it works with loan players, but he should. Reading should be able to sign players on free transfers. I don't understand how that works. Because I know Bolton was able to sign players on free transfers. But then again, it's more difficult when there's uncertainty around the club, because players don't want to sign when they don't know what the club's future is going to look like. Are they going to be get good owners in that are ambitious, or are they going to get owners in that are going to potentially damage a player's career. So you can understand why players are reluctant to sign for a club where the future is uncertain. But that doesn't help Reading's situation. Reading is a great club, and unfortunately, they are suffering at the moment through what we keep saying, what we keep seeing happen every year, guys. There's always a club we're talking about that is in financial trouble or in risk of transfer embargoes or under a transfer embargo, all because of some boneheaded owner that knows nothing about football, gets involved in a club for their own selfish reasons. And we need it, guys. It's about time we had the FA and the EFL step up and start doing what we expect them to do. And that is, first and foremost, I think most of us would agree, start putting things in place to protect the long-term future of every damn club in this country. It doesn't matter what size the club is. That should be their priority. It's not. And we just don't see it. We just don't see it, and it's a disgrace. Because what is the point in having a football association? In fact, we got two, because we got the EFL and we got the FA. But what is the point in having these people in place and these organisations if they're not going to do their job properly? They can't even get a basic thing right, which is one thing that we would all praise them to the hilt for, that is if they put rules in place, put safeguards in place to protect the long-term future of the clubs that we all love. Because you might dislike a club and you can dislike them as much as you like, but the reality is you might dislike that club, but you love the rivalry that your club has with with the club that you dislike. So even though there might be a club that you think, oh, I don't care if they go down, but you do care, because then you're no longer going to, if they disappear off the football map, you no longer get to enjoy seeing your team get results against that club. So at the end of the day, even if it's a club you dislike, you should still want that club to be safe, simply for the fact of competition and the fact that we all have clubs that come on, let's be honest, we're all football fans. We all have clubs that we really love to win against. There's certain clubs for every one of us that it's so much more sweeter when you see your club get a result against that particular club, whatever club it is. So even if it's a club that you really dislike, you still like getting the results against them. So why would you want that club to be put at risk by bad management of the Football League and the Football Association and these people in suits that claim to be doing a job that just don't? They just don't. It's a disgrace. It is a disgrace. I could rant about it forever, guys, because I get so annoyed with the incompetence of the EFL, the FA, and the total greed of these people to be so focused on the money aspect. If you actually run the league properly and do it efficiently and make sure it's balanced and competitive, the money will take care of itself. You know what I mean? The damn league, the leagues in this country is one of the most popular football structures in the world. And these plonkers in suits haven't got the brain power to work out, let's just concentrate on doing what we can do to make secure the future of every club involved in this league, and do a good job of managing the league, officiating it and stuff like that. Because it means if they do that, they're only going to benefit financially further down the line from doing a good job. But instead, they choose to focus on the corporate side of it more than we need them to. And it's just a disgrace. It's just absolute disgrace. Ricky's saying, not sure, Jack, but what player will want to join if some months he won't get paid or be paid later? That's another excellent point, Rick. Yeah, there's the money side of it as well. Yeah, I saw. That's how my club ended up down to 5 first-team players because players left because they weren't getting paid. So, yeah, that is a massive point, Rick. And that's probably, actually, now you pointed it out, that's probably the overriding factor of why players don't want to sign for Reading, because they want to make sure that they're going to get paid. Jack is saying, hope Reading survive. Well, obviously, they managed to stay up last season. The key thing is now they need the FA and the EFL to step up and get these owners out of Reading so that the club can move forward. But thank you, Jack. Loving the positive vibes, mate. Thank you. Ricky's saying we do get quite a lot of money from the sale of all Elisa to Munich. Right, yeah, well, thank you for like reminding us of that, Rick. But unfortunately, I think that'll be written up. That money will just go get sunk into whatever debt is on the club by the bad owners, won't it, mate? Unfortunately, when a club goes into administration, any money that comes in goes straight into the kitty to pay off the debt. So yeah, but hopefully at least it eases the burden on the debt. But thank you for that, Rick. Thank you for reminding us. Don't forget, guys, please do hit that like button if you could. Rick saying sell on clause. Thank you, Rick. Joey saying, are you streaming to Mozgas or having it off? I still haven't properly decided, Joey, but I am leaning towards probably streaming it. I've seen the competition all the way through this time, so be a bit after doing. Oh, even though the competition's been disappointing. I mean, come on, we over the tournament, guys, we picked up about 15 or 20 subs, which is really disappointing. For a major tournament, but unfortunately, it's so heavily televised, the Euros, that you just don't get a look in because so many people are streaming it, so many people are covering it. But when you compare that to like doing a club day, sometimes like you can do really well because club football. I don't know. It's not as easy accessible, is it? Which is a shame. I think more clubs should be on free TV, but we just don't see it enough, do we? It's just but yeah, I'm leaning towards doing it, Joey. Haven't 100% decided yet, mate, but I am leaning towards doing it simply through the fact that I've covered pretty much almost every game through the tournament. I know it's not been absolutely every game, but I bet I've covered 90% of the tournament, at least 85% of the tournament that we've covered. Rick is saying we can't sign free players because we have struggled to pay wages, so they banned us for now. Right, that makes sense. Well, thank you for that, Rick. Thank you for updating us, mate. Yeah, that's really disappointing. Really disappointing. They just need to. Honest, I can't stress it enough. I wish the FA and the FL would just step up. These organisations are an absolute disgrace. They are an embarrassment to the football culture of our country. They really are. People in suits that are more focused on the corporate side than they are of actually doing the job that they're supposed to be doing. And it's ruining the football league. Eventually, we're going to see it. Eventually, if it carries on happening, I think we'll see it come to a crunch point. We will. We'll have a season where it ends up with 6 or 7 clubs all suddenly going into administration at the same time. It really will. It's gonna come at some point because just simply because of the incompetence of the football association. Jack is saying Worthing nearly went bust. That doesn't surprise me, Jack. That doesn't surprise me, mate. Another club recently. I think they're still in uncertainty, but I heard some news a couple of weeks ago that said that they have actually got new owners interested. I think it's on the verge of going through, and that's another team that's in Scotland, Inverness Cali Thistle. They're in financial trouble at the moment because of bad ownership. The list goes on. How many clubs we keep hearing getting into trouble financially because of bad owners. And Jack saying Worthing nearly died 2015. Well, my club nearly died not so long ago. I can't remember exactly what year it was now, but my own club was 2 weeks away from going out of business. We was in administration. We had 2 weeks to find new owners, and it was only through the size of the club that we managed to get an owner in really late on. But the club was literally 2 weeks away in fact, it was less than that because the new owners didn't actually sign on the dotted line until about a week into administration. So it was actually about a week from going out of business. Mr. Barnes is saying, I think Barnsley need centre backs and left backs. Why have you not sent? Have you not? I take it you've not signed no defenders. Then I know you said earlier you'd signed a few players. Ricky's saying if we don't get new owners, we won't see a whole season. This season we will end up like Bury. Well, fingers crossed, Rick, that doesn't happen, Rick. Reading are a fantastic football club. Let's hope common sense prevails. Although I know that's wishful thinking because common sense seems to have been privatised these in recent days or recent years. But let's hope common sense prevails, Rick, because Reading is definitely a club that should not be facing the possibility of going out of business, and let's hope that is not the case. Fingers crossed, mate. Jack saying Bognor, they can go down. What, as in, what do you mean by go down? Go down like relegated or go down financially? You have to be a bit more specific when we're talking about clubs in financial trouble, mate. Mr. Barnsley saying, love Barnsley, don't like Sheffield Wednesday, don't mind Port Vale. Okay, fair enough, mate. You don't like England by the looks of it either. Not hardly seen you throughout the tournament, mate. Leon is saying, I'm on the winning page whilst eating Kit Kats. Awesome. Thank you, Leon. Top stuff, mate. Jack saying, I'm eating fish and chips and watching this. Awesome. Well, thank you for that, Jack. Yeah, I'm going to jump off in a minute and go and grab some food after this third stream of the day today, after doing 2 match watch-alongs. Could have been 4 because I was planning to jump back on and do a third game. Jack saying, I wouldn't have found the channel without the Euros. Well, you might have found it eventually, Jack, but it's been a pleasure getting you involved in the Fanden community, mate. I'm sure all the Fandeners agree. It's great to have you part of Fanden and the Fanden community. Yeah, I suppose so. Just what I'm saying is, when I do these tournaments, mate, I look at through the season, I look at how well. What interest do we get out of the FA Cup? What interest do we get out of the League Cup? What interest do we get out of the Premier League? Because I'm trying to cover that many different tournaments. I'm trying to cover the Scottish leagues. I'm trying to cover the Scottish Cup, the Scottish League Cup, the English FA Cup, the Euros, World Cup, Europa League, Europa Conference League, and obviously that's not even covering all the other leagues that I haven't managed to get to yet. So obviously, to try and help the channel grow, I'm trying to look for the tournaments that are going to help where fans appreciate us covering it. But yeah, thank you, Jack. Appreciate that, mate, and it's been a pleasure having you involved, mate. Mr. Barnes is saying FA don't. I think that's don't care about us fans. No, you're absolutely right, Ryan. They don't. They're so arrogant. It's, mate, we could go on. We could ramble on for weeks about the incompetence of the FA, but you are absolutely spot on, mate. They don't care about fans. I would love to try and do something to change that, but unfortunately, I'm one man working on my own. Unless we suddenly boom with the channel, that we suddenly come across loads of fans that care about the future of football, makes it hard for me to do anything. But hopefully in the future, as I've said to you guys, if this channel ever really does take off and we get good numbers behind us, I would use the power of fans coming together to at least write letters, emails, and you know, demand the FA come on the channel and give us some answers. I'm not saying they will come on the channel, but the more numbers we get behind Football Fanden, guys, the more the football authorities would not be able to ignore us if I was to start writing emails to them. Because as you guys know, numbers count. Numbers, unfortunately, that's what matters. That's why you see the FA showing favouritism now to clubs like Man United, Manchester City. And we're seeing it, guys. We are seeing it because that's why the FA Cup is now being attacked with the replays. We've seen the League Cup getting the replays scrapped. They know how much them replays benefit lower league clubs, but yet they're still prepared to scrap them. And why? They use the excuse, the too many games. Okay, then. So why are you scrapping them games and then replacing them with Champions League games that are going to be increased? There's going to be more Champions League games this season, so they're going to increase that. So they're taking the replays away, basically, so that this can squeeze in more Champions League games, but they try to be deceptive when they're reducing the FA Cup replay, saying we're going to scrap it because there's too many games, but then they make no mention of the Champions League increasing the amount of games. So it's all in favour of the big, rich, powerful clubs, whilst the lower league clubs that need that extra revenue to try and give them a better chance to compete, they get punished. All through the too much focus from the EFL and the FA on the Premier League, the top level of football. Let's be honest. Let's call a spade, guys, because that is how I see it. And until somebody comes to me with some solid evidence, I will not think any differently. But yeah, well said, Ryan. Thank you for that, mate. Jack is saying no one cares about the fans. The fans get no voice, even though they're the ones who pay to watch the game. Well, you're absolutely right in many ways, Jack, but that is what inspired me to start Football Fan Den UK. I haven't just give it that name for a laugh, guys. I gave it that name for a specific reason, because I experienced that with my own club when my club was almost going bankrupt. I seen that. I experienced that exact same thing. How much the fans were taken for granted. How much the football authorities and sometimes clubs are even guilty of it, where they don't care enough about the fans. I would love to change that, but like I say, I'm trying to do as much as I can, building a channel that brings fans together. That's where we've got to start. If we can achieve that and grow the numbers, you never know. In the future, we may be able to use the fans coming together of all different clubs to actually one day maybe help fans have a better voice in the football world. That is the long-term ambition of Fandom. I'm not saying we're ever going to achieve it, but that is the ambition. And even if I die and I pass the channel to somebody else and somebody else takes it over, I will make sure that I do everything in my power to see that is always the long-term ambition of the channel and the project of Football Fan Den UK, to try and help fans have a better voice in football. Because like Jack just said, you guys pay your players. Your players don't get paid if you guys don't pay for tickets. Your club doesn't able to pay for the lighting or for night games if you guys don't buy tickets. Your chairman doesn't get a dividend if you guys don't pay for tickets. So that's the reality. Sky Sports are not as huge if you guys don't pay to watch your clubs on their channels. All these big organizations, Sky TV, BBC, all these many different sports channels, ESPN, God, the list goes on. And all these football authorities are nothing without you guys. And it's about time they a bit of humble pie and recognise that. But thank you, Jack. Well said, mate. I think I've done enough. I think I've done enough ranting now, guys. So I'm going to wrap up the show, Going to read out the last few comments and then wrap up the show. Rick is saying, you should just sit back and enjoy three match tomorrow, Gaz. Do what you done for the semi-final. Yeah, well, I did think about it, Rick. The problem was I know you guys that were popped in for the semi-final. You guys were sound as a pound about it, but I think some people that were clicking in wanting commentary weren't very impressed with it, because we lost 3 subs through me trying that, through experimenting with that idea, which was a bit disappointing after having a disappointing tournament in the first place, in regards of it not being very popular on the channel. But it's all good. It's all good. You take the good with the bad. We've had good spells on the channel. Well, 2 years ago, we had a really good spell with the World Cup. I suppose sometimes you got to take the rough with the smooth. Like I say, we did well 2 years ago in the World Cup. But the Euros was very much the opposite, very disappointing. But thank you, Rick. Thank you for that, mate. Top man. I'll certainly think about it. Rick saying, sorry for typos. No apologies needed, mate. No apologies needed. I got what you meant, but thank you, Rick. Top man. Leon saying, we live rent-free in Barnsley. Heads. Okay. Thank you, Leon. Mr. Barnsley taking that in good spirits. Top man, Mr. Barnsley. Leon saying, is there time for a winner? And there is Josh Windsor. Okay, mate. Joey saying, cheers, guys. We'll look out for you tomorrow. Catch you soon, mate. Thank you, Joey. All the best to you and the family, mate. Stay safe. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. And, yep, let's hope we get the result we want tomorrow, mate. Thank you for that, Joey. All the best, mate. Stay safe. And, as I say, best wishes to you and the family. Take care, mate. Top man, Joey. Rick is saying, have a good Saturday night, everyone. Take care all. Come on, England. Absolutely well said, Rick. Awesome. Thank you for being with us, Rick. Always a pleasure, mate. Enjoy the rest of your weekend too. Stay safe and well, mate. Best wishes to you and your family as well. Top man, Rick. Thank you, mate. And Joey saying, come on, England. Absolutely well said, Joey. Joey saying, you too, Rick, and all the fan dinners. Awesome. Thank you, Joey. What a gentleman. Jack saying, less than 24 hours till the final kicks off. Can't wait. Oh, yeah. Thank you, Jack. Mr. Barnes is saying, hey up, lad. Joey, how's your Everton? I mean, Liverpool, laugh out loud. Okay, thank you, Ryan. Jack saying, Joey supports Pickford tomorrow, laugh out loud. Yep. Oh, because he's wearing an England shirt. It's because he's wearing an England shirt. I'm sure Joey will go back to happily enjoying his mistakes when he goes back to Everton. Am I right, Joey? Thank you, Jack. Jack also saying, come on, England. Thank you, Jack. Well said, mate. Well said. Don't forget, guys, please do hit that like button before you leave. Joey saying, of course, Jack, he plays for England. How can I not? Well said, Joey. Well said, mate. Taking in good spirits. And say, Joey's absolutely, that's what football's all about. When they get behind the national team, why can't you get behind a player of a rival club? Once he's wearing a national team kit, then you got to be getting behind him because it's a different, completely different level of football. Jack saying, take care all. Thank you, Jack. Best wishes to you and your family, mate. Thank you for being with us. Best wishes to you, mate. Stay safe and well. Thank you, mate. And Joey saying, hi, Ryan. Awesome. Thank you, Joey. Joey not taking him on. Top man, Joey. Jack saying, 3 lions on a shirt. I have. We've got the 3 lions right there, mate. Thank you, Jack. Top man. Joey saying, absolutely, completely different story when it comes to club. Laugh out loud. I absolutely rightly so, Joey. Wouldn't expect any less, mate. Top man. Right, guys, I'm going to wrap it up here. Thank you to all you guys that have dropped in. Really appreciate you guys coming, getting involved. Hope you love the studio setting ready for tomorrow's game. Obviously, I'm not sure how I'm going to approach tomorrow's game, but I'll probably pop on in some capacity. I'm not sure whether it'll be through the game or after the game, but I will be on at some point tomorrow. That's why I've made the effort to decorate the studio a little bit. So, yeah, thank you for being with us, guys. Let me get rid of that. There's the league table for you guys, just in case you missed it there. You can see it a bit closer. But let me see if I can just get rid of that now. So you guys, in case you couldn't see the studio that well, there you go. There we go. That's better. There you go. You can see I've got England stuff going on everywhere. So thank you for being with us, guys. Thank you, Joey. Joey saying, cheers, guys. Maybe catch you tomorrow, mate. Thank you, Joey. Yep, look forward to it, mate. Like I say, I'll probably be on in somewhere. Even if I don't do the game, I'll probably come on for a post-match reaction. But thank you, Joey. Best wishes, as I say, mate. Take care and hope you have a top rest of the weekend, mate. Always a pleasure having you involved, Joey. Take care, mate, and hopefully see you tomorrow. All the best. So, time for me to wrap up the show, guys. Thank you once again for being with us. Look forward to the final tomorrow. I've made myself look like a right plonker sitting here in this stupid hat. But I don't care. Let's